Well, welcome back to the Cybersecurity Whisperer. It's been a while. Been all kind of activities, college graduation, high school graduation, sporting events. But we're happy to be back with you. Again, we're the show that translates the chaos of the threat landscape into something you can actually act on. I'm Elliot Franklin, and friends, as usual, it has been a week. You know that feeling when you sit down for a quiet Sunday and somehow 3 critical CVEs, 2 ransomware disclosures, a supply chain attack, and the world's most depressing password study drop into your lap? Yeah, that's this week, so grab your coffee or beverage of choice. We've got ground to cover. Let's start with the headliner that should have your network team sweating. CVE 2026-2182. It's a critical authentication bypass and Cisco Catalyst SD-WAN controller. CVSS score? Just a 10. The perfect score that nobody wanted. So here's the deal. An unauthenticated remote attacker can bypass authentication entirely and walk away with admin rights. No credentials required. They just knock on the door and the door opens. Hand them the keys and offer them a beverage. Now, CISA adds this to the known exploited vulnerabilities or KEV catalog this week with the remediation deadline of today, May 17th. If you haven't patched, well, today was the day. The threat actor behind active exploitation is UAT8616. They're a sophisticated group, always a sophisticated group, that's been using Cisco SD-WAN as their personal welcome mat for a while now. And while we're in Cisco land, there's also CVE 2026-0300, a critical unauthenticated buffer overflow in Palo Alto Networks PAN-OS. Now, this got a CVSS of 9.3, also confirmed exploited in the wild. Now, PAN-OS PA series and VM series appliances only. Prisma Access and the cloud next-gen firewall are not impacted. They're fine. So your action items here are: look, if you have Cisco Catalyst SD-WAN, you need to patch right now. This shouldn't be anything new. Not after the meeting, not after lunch. Now, if you're a PAN-OS admin, well, you need to apply the PAN advisory patches and check your exposure. We should all run a quick inventory of internet-facing network management interfaces. You shouldn't have those. Attackers love anything with a login page that, of course, doesn't have MFA. Well, if you have developers on your team, and if you're in security, you definitely have developers doing things you're not fully aware of. This one's for you. This week, researchers confirmed that 3 versions of node-ipc, that's a popular NPM package, they contain obfuscated, stealer, and backdoor behavior. The malicious versions are 916, 923, and 1201. Now, if the name node-ipc rings a bell, you may recall a previous drama with the same package a few years ago. This thing, it's like the bad penny of the JavaScript ecosystem. It just keeps coming back. Also, in supply chain news, we have SAP NPM packages. They were hit with the malicious campaign, stealing developer and CI/CD credentials through pre-install scripts, using GitHub as the command and control center. This is just elegant and terrible all at once. And Gemini CLI had a critical RCE flaw in its CI/CD environments. It's been patched, but if your build pipeline touched the Gemini CLI before this week's update, you need to go verify. So here are your action items. If your company uses node-ipc, check your package lock JSON or yarn lock today. Flag any of those 3 version numbers. Audit your CI/CD pipeline dependencies, not quarterly, now. Treat your build toolchain like it's a production system that it is. Enforce least privilege on your pipeline service accounts. Look, if your build process has admin rights, well, that's just really an incident waiting to be discovered. Consider a software composition analysis tool if you don't already have one. At this point, again, it's just not optional. Well, let's move to the breach bulletin, where I will attempt to deliver bad news with good energy. Trellix, the cybersecurity company, they confirmed attackers access parts of their source code repo. Now, a cybersecurity vendor getting breached, this might hit a little different. It's like the personal trainer who pulls his back moving a couch. We understand, it still happens, but man, ouch. OpenAI had 2 employee devices compromised with credential material stolen from their code repos. The company that's building the AI future had a very human security problem. Now, Canvas or Instructure, not to be confused with Canva, but Canvas, also known or owned by Instructure. That's the learning management platform used by millions of students, confirmed a data breach with personal information exposed. Now, this followed a ShinyHunters attack. The FBI issued warnings because when ShinyHunters shows up, the FBI tends to follow. And we also had Itron and Medtronic, two major industrial and medical device firms, both reported cyber intrusions this week. Now, medical device companies getting hit is where really we should stop laughing, because that's patient safety territory. So again, what should you do? Well, you should review your third-party vendor risk posture. If any of these companies are in your supply chain, you need to check their breach disclosures for your data. Tighten code repository access, MFA as we say, on every GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket account. No exceptions, no service accounts with open tokens just laying around. If you're in healthcare or adjacent industries, look, your threat model just got validated. Dust off your OT and IoT security reviews. I saved this one for a special moment because it genuinely made me put my head on my desk. Kaspersky researchers analyzed real-world passwords recovered from the dark web and found that nearly half of all passwords can be cracked in under 1 minute. Within an hour, you're up to 3 out of 5 passwords gone. And of course, as we have seen for many years, the most used password globally in 2026 is still 123456. In 2026, after 20 plus years of security awareness training, after every breach, after every conference keynote, after every please don't do this campaign, 123456. I mean, I want you to just sit with this for a moment. Let it wash over you. This isn't just a consumer problem. Mandiant's M-Trends 2026 report found that the average time to exploit for a known CVE is now less than 24 hours for nearly 30% of vulnerabilities. And the mean time to remediate? Guess. 74 days. That math, it just doesn't work in our favor. So, your action items. If you don't have a password manager mandate for your company, we'll make it happen this quarter. Phishing-resistant MFA, FIDO2, hardware keys, passkeys should be on your roadmap if they aren't already deployed. Run a credential audit. Check your Active Directory for accounts with passwords that haven't changed since, I don't know, the Obama administration. Now, here's the macro view this week, and I want to be direct with you. The threat landscape, it's genuinely accelerating. Mandiant's data shows that, again, the time to exploit has gone effectively negative. Exploits are arriving before patches in a growing percentage of cases. AI-assisted attack tooling is really lowering the technical bar for threat actors while it's simultaneously enabling defenders. But right now, the data suggests attackers are winning the speed game. There is some good news. Look, the answer, it's not exotic. IBM's X-Force report this week kept coming back to the same thing. The thing we talk about over and over on here. Organizations that suffer fewer incidents are the ones consistently executing what? I bet you could guess. The basics, the fundamentals. Phishing-resistant MFA, least privilege, continuous authentication monitoring, accurate assessment inventories. Do you know what you have in your environment? The security professionals who are winning, they're not winning on budget or headcount. They're winning on discipline. It's like anything else, sports, working out, exercising. And here's what I find genuinely very interesting. North America became the most attacked region in the world for the first time in 6 years, accounting for 29% of global incident response cases. We are the target, so act accordingly. So that's it. That's your week in cybersecurity. Patch your Cisco SD-WAN, audit your NPM dependencies, lock down your code repos, demand phishing-resistant MFA, and please, for the love of everything, help someone in your life understand that 123456 is not a security strategy. Now, if this episode gave you something useful, share it with a colleague who needs it. And if you're working through any of these challenges at your organization, I'd love to hear about it. Reach out. Let's talk. This has been the Cybersecurity Whisperer. I'm Elliot Franklin. Stay paranoid, stay practical, and I'll see you next week. Take care.